Right. So I didn't do a lot of those challenge exercises in my program because I wanted you to work that out yourself. But now I went ahead and completed all of those. So if you go ahead and if I go ahead and run my program, you can see that my left box says green box, my right box says red box, and if I click off of the screen, off of the boxes, nothing happens. And I click on the green box, it says green box. I click on the red box, it says red box. Okay, so what did I do? For those of you guys who are kind of struggling with those challenge exercises, is I added a red xpos, a red ypos to my global variables. I added my red xpos, ypos to my list of global variables for the main function definition and for the click function definition. Right here on my second draw rectangle, I gave the function call red xpos and red ypos. I also added an argument to the draw rectangle function definition, and the last argument is the text that it's going to say on the box. So this one here is the color that it's going to be, and this one is the text that it's going to say. So the first function call definition, the function call here would write the word green on the box. The second function call would write the word red on the box. And of course, I went ahead and took in that last argument as a parameter, and I called it text. I switched this one to say color, right? And then I used color here, and then I used text here. So those are all the changes that I made to follow those challenge exercises. And now finally we have our click function definition. It's doing what we want it to do. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about this for a second. This is one way that you could have done it. You could have said if, right? And what is if going to do? Well, every time you click on the screen, it's going to run the click function definition, and it's going to check if this is true. And if it's not true, then it's not going to do this, and it's going to check if this is true. And if it's true, then it's going to do this. If it's not true, it's not going to do line 24. Right? Let's assume when we run it that this is true, right? That we did click on the green box and it does print out green box. Okay. What is our program going to do next? Well, it's going to come here to line 23 and it's going to check if this is true. Okay. And why? Why is it going to check if this is true? Because we have if. These are two separate branches. All right. And since they're two separate branches, that means that what that's implying is that this can possibly happen and this can possibly happen as well. Okay. Now, we know that they can only possibly click on the green box or the red box. And we want our function definition click to either do this or do that, not do both of them. Right? So what we want to do instead is we want to change this to elif. Right? Now, what does elif make it do? It makes this one branch statement. So if this is true, it's going to print that, and then it's going to skip this, not going to even check it. Right? And that results in more efficient code. Okay? So the computer has less work to do. It doesn't have to check this if this is true. Right? But if we had if, it would check this, and if it's true, do that, and then it would also check that too. Right? So we save the computer like a step. All right, so that's good. And now what we want to do is we want to change the background to green if they click on the green box, and change the background to red if they click on the red box. Right? So how do we do that? Well, we know that the command to change the background is wn.bgcolor, and then we put the color that we want it to change to, namely dark green inside. And we would want to do the same thing for our red box, right? Turn it to dark red. Okay, but if you notice here, wn is a local variable. It's local to main, right? We created it right here. And because we did that, click cannot have access to it. So what do we need to do? We need to move this guy outside, make him global. Okay, so we put him right here. And that means here in main, we need to add him to our list of global variables. I want to put him at the beginning because he's more important than the rest of these guys, right? And then I'm going to go to my click function, and I'm going to also add the WN, the window variable. And now they're not red anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this and see if it works. Click there, click there, click there, click there, click there, click there, right? Yay, it works. All right, so our challenge exercise now is going to be to add more buttons to our screen here. And if you click on those buttons, it'll change the background to orange, and the button will say orange, right? If I click on this one here, it'll change the background to black, and the button is going to say black. Right? So let's go ahead and add some more buttons and have it change the background color of our window for our challenge exercise.